Yo, LL,
What's up, Joe?
man, I love the opportunity that we have to have our interview guests and come in and share all their knowledge. And I love the times that we take to really talk about a particular topic, whether it's been burnout or some of the other amazing things that we've been able to collaborate on. But I think it's important that we take a moment and share some of the amazing memories or moments that we've shared either together or individual throughout our career. So I got a proposal for you. Let's call it a moment in time. What you think?
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's get it going. What's going on, ATJ family? It's your boy Joe Drew, and we're here with another moment in time. So, LL, what's going on, bro?
Man, living the dream again.
You always are, man. We have another question that we want to talk about so we can do some more reflecting on the dope opportunities we've had throughout our career. So, the question I have for you today in this episode is, tell me something, or tell our people. You probably don't need to tell me. I probably already know. Tell the people something about your career that the average person just would not know. And this, I'm talking the average person who knows you and would have worked with you, but they just don't know about your career. What you got?
Yeah. So something the average person just does not know. And I think this is going to be a little bit more broad, a little bit more general for a lot of HR people that people think that us folks that get into human resources, people operations, that we have this, I don't know, thing for being the HR police. I don't know what it is, but there's always this negative stereotype that, oh my gosh, it's the HR police, and you guys just like doing this work to I don't know, write people up or whatever it is. And that is absolutely not the case. I've said this a million times on the pod already. I got into the line of work because I like seeing people succeed. I want to help people succeed. But for some reason, there's this image and stereotype out there that I'm this, I don't know, always want to play bad cop and write people up, right? And there's the way that happens, and I do sort of understand why some people think that, but it's one of these things that just absolutely drives me crazy. And here's the problem, right? You've seen it, Joe. I'm sure all the other HR people on the pod have seen the show or have seen this before, is that unfortunately, one or two people out of the entire employee population is always going to ruin it for everyone. Yeah. And, I'll admit, I like to troll on Reddit quite a bit. And, I follow a couple communities, and one of them specifically is called Anti-Work. And there's it's generally a lot of people just posting about complaints about work. And you see a lot of people taking pictures of policies, HR handbooks being posted up at their place of work, right? And a lot of times these are common sense things. And almost all of the commentary is always okay, thanks for telling me this. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I know, why are you treating us like children, essentially, right?
Right.
And that's pretty much this entire sub on Reddit is people okay, I can't deal with HR or the ownership or the management treating me like children. Why do they have to post this up? And unfortunately, the answer is because some dipshit ruined it for everyone else. I don't know how else to say it. I've had to do this in my life, in my professional life before. The example that comes to mind right now is timesheets, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone out there, you should know, don't lie and don't manipulate your timesheet, right? But how many times have I had to send out, hey, here's a friendly reminder, please don't manipulate your timesheets because that's grounds for termination. Right. Again, it's completely common sense, but some people just, I don't know, they try to take advantage of the system or something. So then we have to come back and act like the HR police. So, super long-winded answer, but there you go.
It's good. And I mean, obviously the passion that just jumped out of you feel some type of way about this one.
I do.
So that's pretty obvious. But obviously, as I've been converted into an HR person, I know exactly what you're talking about. And here, let me take it a little step further for you. Have you experienced in your personal life where now your friends or family expect you to turn on HRLL in certain situations? Mine's come up. We're in a restaurant. We're not getting good service. I'm looked at like, aren't you going to give feedback? I'm like I just gave feedback all week. Can I just chill today? Can you tell them that you didn't want tomatoes in your salad? You know?
So I don't think I've had people ask me to jump in with like my HR hat on before, but I have found that in my personal relationships, sometimes it's easier to communicate if I put my HR hat on. Instead of having the emotions in it, it's like, wait, let me take a step back. What would I do if I were at work right now? How would I phrase this? Because generally, like, it comes out a lot better and it's less confrontational. It's more, like help me understand like what's going on here instead of, yo, what did you just do? Right. Like, so I've definitely used that in my personal life, and it has worked out quite well in certain situations. But to answer your question, no, people have not asked me to, I don't know, your example at the restaurant and give people feedback, give random strangers feedback.
No, that's funny that you said that, and it's part of using those skills that you develop in your personal relationship out. This is reality podcasting, so we'll share. Shouts out to my better half, the Mrs. Raven, and we say if you have a disagreement, amongst husband and wife, don't HR me, like so that may have been said in our home once or twice before, as I'm presenting facts and giving her the linear. This is what happened. And don't HR me, like take that hat off. You're not HR director, you're husband today. So, but no, that's good, man. That's good, and I do think the average person probably thinks differently about your career.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now, Joe, what's something about your career the average person just wouldn't know? Now that I've just kind of spilled the beans on a whole bunch of stuff.
No, for sure. And I think this one is, I'm a pretty open book, so it was a little tougher to think through this, but I think the average person does know that I'm a person who likes to use my voice. I don't know if the average person knows that I actually invested in that. And my career led me down the path of getting a certification as a certified voice actor, right? So I've always found myself volunteering to speak about X, Y, or Z. And then it turned into, hey, can you record this? Can you do this? Can you record this? And I was on the voicemail, when we first started back in when Rivian was much smaller. I was on the voicemail and all of this. And so I'm like, I want to do something with my voice. So I took voice acting classes so that I can understand pitch and tone, and I can think about ways to show different emotions through my voice and how I utilize it there. So people may know this, especially those who worked, most recently at Rivian with me, but those outside of that may not know that then turned into me recording all of the phone prompts for the company.
Okay.
And so as I was leaving that company, a nickname that I had was VOR, or Voice of Rivian, because every time you call, whether it's insurance, whether it's service, whether it's to, talk to whoever, you're going to hear, thank you for calling. And that's your boy. So I don't know, maybe we need to hit up that group Rivian Stories and tell them to post out that I don't know if the average Rivian owner knows that when you call, you talking to your boy Joe Drew. So I'll make sure
that you hear that smooth baritone and
well, that's a good point. The feedback when I was recording, I needed to take some of the bass out of my voice. And so it went from thank you for calling to thank you for calling, because my voice is just, it was too bassy, man. And they want to scare, they didn't want to scare the people from buying the truck, I guess. I don't know. But if you don't believe me, hit up the company. You got to look up the number yourself. Hit up the company, give them a call, and you'll get greeted by your boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, fun times, man. So this is a great conversation, and I hope the people can take the opportunity to reflect and think about, what are some things in your career that the average person may not know about you, and then find a way to share them. So before we close out, LL, make sure that people know how to plug in.
Yep. So do us a favor, like us on Apple Podcasts, follow us on YouTube at ATJ the Podcast. You can also find us on all of the socials, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram at ATJ the Podcast. If you need any personal assistance, if you need some coaching, guidance, Joe and I would love to help. We've been picking up some clients lately, calendars are filling up, but we're really enjoying this type of work. So reach out to us directly at atjcareercoaching.com.
With that being said, we'll see you next time for another Moments in Time.